tickets for this rally. They were gonna go, and then they're like, "Oh, it's just gonna be kind of a shit video if we go. It's gonna be boring. We don't want to fly all the way out to fucking Pittsburgh to do this." And then they turned around with the fucking sneaker con instead.
I think what's
now moments away from hearing President Biden. He is going to stand at that podium, and we believe this is in Delaware. Somebody can confirm for me. But he will address the nation about these events tonight in Florida. The shooting that apparently wounded former President Trump, who is said to be okay. It killed a spectator, wounded another who's in critical condition. The shooter, who has not been identified, we know nothing about that person's background or what might have motivated him. That shooter is said to be deceased as well. This story has been rolling out, and here is the president.
Thoroughly briefed by all the agencies in the federal government.
Damn, that was quick.
Based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that the people, and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to get, if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I am able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well.
They're gonna say he's not calling him the president.
He's doing well.
As former presidents are normally called.
Two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do, okay? I don't know enough to, I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts.
Don't answer questions, Joe.
So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make some comment.
Don't answer questions, don't do it.
Was the security failing, Mr.
The president stopping short of calling this an assassination attempt, but just noting that he plans to talk to Donald Trump and that his understanding is the former president is doing well. President Biden speaking out against the scourge of political violence, saying there's no room for this. And as we had reported a few moments ago, the Biden campaign moving to take down its advertising, a pause in its political advertising in the wake of this. We know that the president couldn't confirm, but we have confirmed that at least 2 spectators were shot, 1 killed. Another who is in critical condition, and again, the shooter, who we don't know a lot about right now, is also deceased. Let me go back to Kristen Welker in our Washington, D.C. bureau. The White House getting out in front of this very quickly, Kristen.
Lester, they sure are, and President Biden condemning this in the strongest terms possible, which is what you would anticipated. He has long condemned.
You think Trump will talk to him? Probably not.
He said this is unheard of.
If I'm Trump, I ain't talking to him. This is my moment in the fucking spotlight, dude. You kidding me? Give him a fucking layup to make it seem like he's conciliatory and defending him and shit? Fuck no. I'm fucking coming out of the gate swinging, dude. The man who threw up a fist after he got fucking shot? Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's gonna use this momentum. Would they admit if Secret Service shot the wrong people? Yes, it would inevitably come out because people died. So crazy that the photographers gave no shot, gave no shit, try to get the best possible photo. Of course, this is the job of the media. Dude, I cover gruesome on a daily fucking basis. Like, I think Most journalists that have been in a situation, been in, conflict reporters and whatnot, this is their opportunity. They have complete fucking, they're locked in. That's the whole point. That's their job.
Will be quite strong, quite large.
They do it in way worse situations than this one too.
The convention is taking place will undoubtedly require going through magnetiles, making sure that no one is armed going into that event. But again, Lester, this just underscores, I think, that something fundamental has really shifted in our American politics today.
Yeah, it's certainly, the threat has been talked about, but to see it play out on scale is certainly horrifying. Kristen, thank you for that. We'll go back to you in a bit. Let's bring in our senior Washington correspondent, Hallie Jackson. You have a statement from Donald Trump Jr., the former president's son.
Yeah, via a spokesperson to our colleague Peter Nicholas, that listen, you heard President Biden say he tried to reach former President Trump on the phone. We know that the president's son has spoken with him in a statement saying they just talked on the phone, with Donald Trump Jr. saying that his dad is in great spirits, that he will never stop fighting to save America, no matter what in Trump Jr.'s words, no matter what the radical left throws at him. So what we can glean from this, a couple of things, that former President Trump is, as his campaign says, fine. He is well enough to speak. He is well enough to be on the phone, at least with his immediate family members, at least with his son, Donald Trump Jr. We know that
Bolsonaro suffered a knife attack back in 2018 and went straight to win the Brazilian presidency.
Of course, in Butler, Pennsylvania. And we know that there has been a slew of reaction, as Kristen, as you have talked about from both sides of the aisle here, strongly condemning political violence after this very
I mean, the teleprompter does look intact. I don't know how it could have been potentially a...
All right, Hallie, thank you. Kip Tom,
it could have been potentially glass.
Ambassador to
We'll find out more about it in a little bit.
From the former president when the shots rang out. Thank you for joining us, sir. Can you tell us what you saw?
Well, I was just with the president a few moments earlier before he came on stage, and everything seemed like a normal day. But when he walked down that red carpet and walked up to the podium, and after he spoke for about 10 minutes, I was sitting in the front row at the end of the runway. But
surviving an attempted political assassination, surviving an attempted assassination is usually pretty fucking good for your chances of election.
And obviously, there was a person
I can't really think of anyone that's like
that was
survived the political assassination and like not ended up winning, like a legitimate one.
Stayed pretty calm for the most part, and but it sounded like there was 6, 7 shots to start with, and then it seemed like there was a little pause, and then we heard a different caliber gun fired, which I assume is probably the Secret Service. But then I thought I heard another couple of rounds come off, but it felt like it was behind me. But it could have been the echo.
Did you hear did President Trump say anything?
No, he was just giving the typical rally speech that he typically does everywhere, and trying to encourage voters to get out and vote, and talking about his plan for America. But
the shots rang out. Did you hear? Did he cry out? Did someone tell him to get down, or was that instinctive?
Yeah, we heard that. We heard everybody say "get down," but I think he was already going down. That's when everybody thought at first maybe he had been hit more severely than he was. I mean, it's already severe. And let's face it, it hit his ear. It could have been a little bit closer.
Keemstar tweeted about you. Dude, are you fucking stupid? The former president got shot. If you're literally looking at drama alert right now to see like what they will turn this narrative into and how they'll somehow make this about me, you have to be the most delusional person on the planet. Like, what are you Keemstar? He's a fucking idiot, dude. What do you mean? Like, yeah, dude, I know. I can't believe that like right-wing charlatans and idiots will be like, oh, somehow the former president got shot. Let's make this about motherfucking Hassan. You have to be literally the dumbest person on the planet. You have to be such a fucking gross loser to do such a thing. To be like, oh, let's cancel Hassan now. Like, suck my dick, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Obsessive loser.
Those and thinking about those and then moving forward to where we're at today. And we still have a problem with this. So it's shocking.
You gotta have real brain rot in this situation.
Are pretty upset. There's no question about it.
Understandably. Ambassador, thank you so much for taking the time being with us. We're glad you and you are safe after this tonight. Retired ATF Special Agent Jim Cavanaugh is with me. By now, as you know, we've been reporting that the shooter in this case is deceased, presumably shot by law enforcement. I think the next question will be, is this a lone operator, the proverbial lone wolf, or is this part of some kind of conspiracy? Those are two different things. How will they begin to get, at least put the dots together?
Yeah, well, let's start with the deceased shooter, Lester, and identify him, and then...
Libs of TikTok posted a photo of you saying you were the shooter, then deleted it. I swear on everything I have. It might be Chuds of TikTok that jokingly said I was the shooter.
Start interviewing around the circle around him.
Luckily, I have a fucking alibi, as in I was here when it happened. We were literally before NBC News on the story. That's how fucking crazy this chat is. That there were still some freaks watching this fucking rally while we weren't even watching it, and immediately informed me before news even got to it.
From a confirmed source that the shooter was actually firing from outside the perimeter.
Yeah, you guys can
that
join,
changes a lot in terms of
you can't say anything on Hinge right now, though, because there's a lot of haters out and about looking to fucking somehow turn this on me or some shit.
Is that a shooter could get in an elevated position at any kind of a Secret Service event, because the first thing that the service does is they get all the elevated
once in a lifetime
positions,
historic events
and they
unfolding.
Put their, sniper teams up there and lookouts with binoculars and rifles. So it does seem from the witnesses that this was a
I'm here with two Australian nationals who were literally supposed to go to this rally.
We got tickets. I went to SneakerCon instead.
Yeah, they tickets for this rally. They were gonna go, and then they're like, "Oh, it's just gonna be kind of a shit video if we go. It's gonna be boring. We don't want to fly all the way out to fucking Pittsburgh to do this." And then they turned around with the fucking SneakerCon instead.
I think what's really fucked is so content brain that I kind of feel like I've been broken up with.
A lot of people were very frightened. Greg was someone who was here. You weren't inside the event,
nope,
but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw. And
so we had a party here all day. At the, you can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade.
There's nothing. I said this earlier, but there's nothing funnier than wearing a Trump 2020 visor with the fake hair. I had one of those.
If you already have a red beard.
Yeah, while also talking about like how you almost thwarted the attempted assassination of the former president, whose merch you're wearing.
And listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5.
Oh, better quality. Thank you.
Yeah, Carl, we've been talking to a number of people as they've been coming.
He's the most British man in America.
The constable. A lot of people very emotional. A lot of people very upset, as you can imagine. A lot of people very frightened. Greg was someone who was here. You weren't inside the event,
nope,
but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw. And
So we had a party here all day. At the, you can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field.
What I don't understand is, like, why did the Secret Service just, like, take pot shots at random people? Or was it the shooter that, like, shot random people and Trump? Like,
well, they said it was someone, like, 5 levels behind him that died. Yeah. They said 5 rows behind Trump. So I think it was just shooting in that direction.
No, but, like, I thought they also shot at, like another random person.
They just shot everyone.
No, they shot like 2 people are in critical condition. 1 person was shot and killed. The shooter was shot and killed. And also on top of that, 2 people are in critical condition.
But wasn't that from the shooter? You saying Secret Service shot other people as well?
How the fuck are there 2 people in critical condition?
Well, a bunch of shots in like a crowded area.
You know what I mean?
That's what I think is nuts.
Because even Trump talked about it. Like, he said the missed shots had to go somewhere. I don't know. I mean,
I think that makes sense.
You see in the bit where the Secret Service is kind of bundling around him, there's like people with handheld like DSLRs poking it up from the crowd. I'm like, I would not hold any object.
Yeah, dude, no shot.
You was like,
stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally. Right, we couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there and we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at them. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police are like, huh, what? You know, like they didn't know.
Sorry, we're defunded. That actually is crazy. Isn't this guy just lying? I don't know.
Where's the good guy with the gun? We need a good guy with a gun.
Bro, photo of the dead attendee graphic. Thanks, man.
Why? No,
Like,
don't even.
I don't want to see that. Like, I actually don't want to see that.
What was going on? You know, we're like, hey,
He's like, hey, you want to see this dude with a bullet hole in his brain? Like, nah, I'm good, I think. There's never really a moment where I'm like, I would like to see that.
right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this.
Also, he's on a roof as well.
And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
To be fair, he gave this interview before people knew that the shooter was on a roof. So, like, that kind of increases the likelihood.
Yeah.
At the time, we didn't know where the shots had come from. And he was, like, literally, if he's lying, this Oscar-worthy performance. No, I'm telling you, this was, like, moments after the shooting occurred. So it actually probably lends more credibility to his statement now that we do know, confirm, that the shooter was on top of that fucking barn.
Also, if you're looking for your like moment of fame and trying to concoct a lie, you wouldn't come out looking this silly. You know,
Yeah, you wouldn't be wearing the Trump.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be
Guy
wearing
Fieri.
you wouldn't be wearing the fucking hat. Or that's the perfect.
Yeah, it's true. You always remember
That's
this
it.
guy.
They want you to think that way. They're like, no motherfucker looking this goofy is gonna actually accurately assess the situation. He played a role in this.
Up
You
there.
saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling...
Yep.
It was 56 minutes after. Look at the top left. No,
That's
he
my
got
note.
I mean, yeah, it is 56 minutes. You're right. It was
Yeah,
like,
no,
but still, like, no one, bro. At the time. So why do they keep saying Chinese?
That's a good question.
I genuinely don't know where that came from. I actually don't know why. The New York Post straight up reported it. I read the article on the other screen.
Because the fucking Falun Gong news people just obsessed.
They immediately were like, it's a Chinese guy who did this.
He's in the Secret Service.
We were telling the police, we were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
Binoculars.
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see.
He's got the wanted cozy. Dude, he's geared up. All right, let's look at some. Wait, what? NBC News reporting via Secret Service that the shooter may have fired up to 8 shots, speculating the lone wolf shooter's more likely party. Responsible shooting range is alleged between 200 and 300 yards. Sanjay Gupta, Anderson Cooper, CNN talking about whether or not Trump may need cosmetic surgery. BBC saying locals reported the Secret Service didn't check in with a number of local businesses near the rally before the event. I mean, Biden tweeted this yesterday.
Oh, it's an inside. He's
I
doing
banned
this to
assault
get a
weapons
ban.
once. When I'm reelected, I'm willing to do it again. What did he know?
Not like he ever wanted to ban assault weapons.
But also, I don't think assault weapons are really the problem here.
No, I mean, I think
Rifles.
yeah, no, that's what he means. But he says like no like long barrel assault rifles.
But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
Yeah,
Obviously, everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh, yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy.
You're talking about
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Oh, we don't know who's watching.
Let's keep
Yep.
these
And did you
PG.
see them go up to him afterwards, or?
Yeah, they crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead, and that was it. It was over.
It's incredibly
The
shocking.
guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof right there.
The grifters
Oh,
are
that's
revving
good.
up their
That's
engines. The concept of stochastic terrorism has become the left's new catch-all for mobilizing domestic security state against its political opposition. My God, I just returned from a camping trip and saw the news. My prayers are with President Trump and his family. He needs to win in a landslide. Shame on Biden administration and the media for pushing the Trump is Hitler rhetoric that rationalized this kind of violence.
Awesome.
Dude, you are literally a white supremacist. What are you saying? My God. Dude, everyone's a liberal. Literally everyone's a liberal. Every single one of these guys who have unironically been like advocating to kill as many migrants as possible are being like, words are violence. your silence in the attempted assassination, if not direct murder of the president, because I feel like, okay, he almost died. What if he did die? Your silence is deafening. Words are violence. Like, you know, we can see your other tweets, right? What do you mean? You work for a think tank. Your job is literally to find new ways of torturing trans teenagers and shit. That's what you get paid to do.
Get a look at him? Could you?
No, other than he was in muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the rifles.
Yeah, okay, this guy, everything he's saying came out to be completely correct.
Flinging around as he was trying to crawl. I mean, we saw the rifle, 100%.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure. No, it was a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it.
No, sure. But a high velocity weapon.
It was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing out to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof.
Were you outside the security perimeter?
Yes, right there by that tree. Yeah. We were outside the security perimeter. But my question is, there's only a few buildings around here. Why is Secret Service not on every building here?
That's insane.
That is correct, by the way. That is 100% correct. I legitimately don't understand how that happened. Yeah, this video doesn't make it clear if the Secret Service shot first or if the shooter first shot Trump, but it appears to make clear that the Secret Service spotted the shooter before he began shooting. So why didn't the Secret Service call Trump off the stage the second they spotted the shooter? They are trained on him. And that's before, see, and then he starts shooting.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Look, you see that?
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah,
I told you.
He might not be shooting. That was after the shot. Then he suddenly looked down the scope.
Happened. Look at what happened.
Yeah.
They weren't sure. They aren't going to just start blasting Lamau. I mean,
someone for climbing a roof.
Yeah, but it's a guy with a gun.
Yeah.
It's just like crazy. It looks like he's trained on him. His head is moving. He's looking directly at him.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
He picks up his rifles and adjusts further to his right after the shots. Dude, yeah, with a scope like that, bro, they're looking at his fucking moles under his mustache, okay? Like, I'm sure he saw the gun.
Saw he was Chinese.
Yeah, he was like, oh, he's not Chinese. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Big mistake.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Look at halfway on Visor video. He said they were looking at the roof. Yeah. Look at him where the counter sniper's nest was. They may have not had a great vantage point on the roof the guy was on. Okay, that is legitimately crazy, though. Do you understand? This is where the stage is. That's where the counter sniper team is. That's where the shooter is. That's like a long distance, but how the fuck do they not have someone there?
Like the only other roof in the
area. Yeah. There's not that many buildings, man. How do these guys do Secret Service security detail in cities? Like,
what?
Like, this is a barnyard. There should be people there. There should be people there. There should be people here.
So you're saying we need more guns, Hasan? Is that what you're saying?
What the fuck were they doing? I don't understand it. So presidents talk to their VPs all the time. Okay, that meme is stale. Robert Evans talking to someone who worked in the building. What? Building does not have inside cameras. They think access likely gained via area circled in the photo. They do not recall Secret Service or law enforcement sweeping the building prior to the event. AGR International Inc. is having a big day today. Big day today. Right-wing narrative is clear. Yeah, they're just gonna say like, yeah, they're saying that like the left is responsible and that we should do to the left what they tried to do to Donald Trump because they incited violence against Donald Trump by saying he's bad and scary. The only thing more tragic than what just happened is that, if we're being honest, it wasn't totally a shock. Biden's inevitable ritual condemnation of political violence today, when it comes, will be insufficient and irrelevant. Dude, honestly, there is nothing funnier than people who are Trump supporters being like, Biden is so violent with his rhetoric.
Yeah. And he's so incisive with what he's saying. You know?
No, he's not. You know why he's not violent with his rhetoric? Because he don't know what the fuck he's saying half the time. Okay? Like, what do you mean? Oh, it's so funny. Biden can barely stand up. These motherfuckers are like, he's so scary. He's so fucking scary. We know when he says Trump is Hitler, that actually means like he wants to kill Donald Trump. What? There is no conspiracy theory off the table now. The most powerful force in the world will try to do anything to stop Trump from being president.
Then why would they get that kid? Like,
Yeah,
why would they get that
the
guy
best
who
soldier.
No,
he
that's you don't
missed
understand.
8 times?
Dude, that is such like a classic conspiracy theory take, by the way. Secret Service is all powerful and was like interested in killing Donald Trump, but also they hired the guy who can't do a shot.
Also, Secret Service, they've got every other person who's so much closer to Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't they just like dart him like a fucking, like the KGB or some shit? It just doesn't make sense. Why are they tweeting this shit when it looks like he might be a right winger? I don't think it was a right. I don't know, but like, it don't matter. If that dude had a manifesto and was like, I'm killing Trump because I'm like further right than him, it's still,
That's
they'd be like,
amazing.
oh, the Fed. They would be like, that's a Fed. That's federal government. Is a federal agent. He's on the payroll. He's trans. They'd be like, nah, he's a Ukrainian, trans, Chinese, Hamas guy who's Jewish. Joe Biden sent the orders. Democrats, dude, Marjorie Taylor Greene literally has a campaign ad where she shot a 50 cal at a fucking car. Okay. And I think the car literally had like the photos of Democrats on it. If I remember, I might be misremembering, or it might have just said like the Democrats or something. And now she's like, words are violence. You can't do that. You're Marjorie Taylor Greene. You're a rabid sociopath. I don't understand it. Oh, here. Yeah. Yeah. This ad is way sicker than the top of the hour ad break, which many of you will not be able to see this ad if you don't subscribe for $6 or for free with the Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime is free. The tweet is about action, not words. What? Dude, there is no salvaging this, okay? Like, Democrats wanted this to happen. They wanted Trump gone for years, and they prepared to do anything to make that happen. Just as Congress Representative Troy A. Carter, Barbara Lee, sponsored legislation to terminate Trump's Secret Service protection. Chatter, do you think, in all honesty, and I mean this with so much sincerity, do you think Trump's Secret Service was terminated? Do you think Trump didn't have Secret Service? Do you think that Donald Trump has just been walking around without Secret Service?
He's been walking around with DEI Secret Service.
Yeah.
That's the real trap.
That's why they lost. They're on the videos all over. Didn't say that. Boy getting on that Indiana Jones. Dude, I love Republicans. I'm so glad that this brought back all the fucking Trump supporters, because they're always like trying to debate on the dumbest virtues, on the dumbest talking points of all time, where they're like, they didn't mean that. They're actually secretly plotting to assassinate Donald Trump. That's why the Congress actually did this. And they successfully. She was saying they tried to, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. Okay? Because they failed. That's not why this happened. More pets. I know. It's exciting. Yo, Hasanabi, as an Australian with an outside perspective, American conspiracy is goofy as fuck. Yeah.
I love American conspiracies.
Best headline
They're all
ever.
true.
Biden makes statement after Trump rally shooting. It's sick.
That's what I said.
Yeah. It's fucking sick, dude. Yo, that shit was dope. That's what he said. Oh, so here's through an ad break now. Anyway.
Why? Why would they write it like that?
It's fucking... Twitter AI is getting all the headlines wrong. Oh, dude, this is always funny. Vice President Harris shot, Nation reacts. Actor Home Alone 2 shot at Trump rally.
That's good.
Trump rally incident. An ode to Jodie Foster.
Wait, why is Jodie Foster a thing? Is this a meme?
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because Jodie Foster... So, the guy who shot Ronald Reagan and failed to kill him, it wanted to impress Jodie Foster. Hinckley. Yeah. He was Jodie Foster's stalker.
Home Alone 2 shot at Trump rally?
They're not wrong.
True, yeah.
Pretty sure I found another photo of the guy, x.com/stillgray. Yeah. Ninja's comments on the attempt. How do kickers simply just miss kicks? That was on 9/11. That makes it crazier. Wait, that makes it... What was he talking about there? What was he cooking, dude?
You talking about the plane that missed?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pentagon.
He's talking about the Pentagon plane. Oh, man. What? It's happening already.
No.
President Trump, I await command. Small, weak, gay, liberal man destroy country. Try to attempt assassinate. Not allow. All small, weak, liberal, gay men will perish at the hand of Manchu. Civil war immediate.
This is the Chinese guy the media was referring to.
That's funny. All three of you in on upper deck.
I didn't do Zen.
I just put it in my mouth and swallowed it.
I thought it was gum. It just broke apart in my mouth.
Anyway, baby Elon Musk. All right, is there anything new happening, or are we?
Anyone else got shot? That's boring.
Here.
Joe Biden abandoned Americans in Afghanistan, got 13 of our best soldiers killed, gave it.
I can't get over that. It's like, those were our best soldiers. Like, if they were the shittiest soldiers, I wouldn't care, but those are our best soldiers, okay?
Kill list of Americans to the Taliban, an armed and Islamic terrorist nation with $83 billion in weapons like this one. Biden should be impeached. Now I'm doing a gun giveaway of my own, but for Americans only. I want you to win this.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
God damn it, dude. I'm a part of the Taliban, and I was really excited. I'm a big Marjorie Taylor Greene fan.
50 caliber rifle that Democrats will ban if they keep the House next year. While Joe Biden broke America's pledge to never leave a man behind, Nancy Pelosi is sneaking the Green New Deal into the $3.5 trillion budget. And in 2022, I'm going to blow away the Democrats' socialist agenda.
Dude, someone need, okay. Someone to fucking make this into the Trump shot. Someone needs to cut Trump on the other side going, ah! You have to do this. Oh, she's shooting
That's
at.
all right.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Go to the website below and sign up.
Greengun.com.
I wonder who won.
The guy,
The guy.
the shooter. Nah, dude. If we were shooting
50
Trump with a
cal.
50 cal, the entire podium behind him would have been fucking pink and purple sprayed. Marjorie Taylor Greene could be disarmed by a Kong full of peanut butter thrown down a hallway. Yes.
What is that?
Chew toy that you can put peanut butter in that dogs like. That's a great take, M. Hood. Oh, that guy won the gun?
Wait, you know him?
Damn.
You know that guy?
No, but they don't even give him the fucking scope. What the hell? That's kind of ass.
Yeah, it's pretty mean.